At this moment in hockey history, well, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 8th place in the Central Division and find themselves as one of the worst teams in the National Hockey League. After 14 games skated, they have a record of 4-9-1. They have 9 points. There's no reason to calculate how far they are behind first place because they will not be competing for first place this season at any point in time. On home ice, which is where their next game will take place, they have a record of 3-6-0. They have scored 33 goals this season. They have given up 50 goals against. They have a goal differential of minus 17. Now, before we talk about the Utah Hockey Club, and before we break down the matchup between these two teams, let's update you on the rest of the Central Division, although at this time, the Nashville Predators are just holding up the basement. The Winnipeg Jets are in first place with 26 points. The Minnesota Wild are in second place with 20. The Dallas Stars find themselves in third place with 16 points. Utah Hockey Club, which we'll talk about in just a second, 15 points in fourth place. The St. Louis Blues are at 14 points. Colorado is in sixth place with 12. Chicago, seventh place with 11. Then the Nashville Predators with single-digit 9 points in eighth place in the Central Division. Now, the Nashville Predators, after this one-night homestand against the Utah Hockey Club, find themselves on that CMA road trip, the Get Your Shit Together road trip, if you will, and possibly the last opportunity for them to do so before some changes start to seriously be made. Monday, it starts in Colorado. It heads Thursday to Edmonton, Friday at Calgary, the 17th of November in Vancouver, and the 20th of November in Seattle. For the Predators and the Utah Hockey Club, this is the first of 3 meetings, but they won't see each other again until near the end of the schedule, and then they'll see each other twice very quickly. On April the 10th, the Predators will be in Utah, and on the 14th of April, the Predators will be hosting Utah one more time. Now, this Utah Hockey Club, in their most recent stretch of action, well, let's start with they're in fourth in the Central Division. They've played 14 games this season. They have a record of 6-5-3. That's 15 points. They're 6 points currently ahead of the Nashville Predators. On the road, they have a record of 3-3-2. They've scored 41 goals. They've given up 47 against. That's a goal differential of -6. And in their most recent stretch of action, I think that the sanitation department might be coming to collect a certain hockey team right now. On the 28th of October, it was a 5-4 overtime loss versus the San Jose Sharks. On the 30th, it was a 5-1 win versus the Calgary Flames. On the 2nd of November, a 4-3 overtime loss to the Vegas Golden Knights. On the 5th of November, a 3-0 loss at the Winnipeg Jets. And most recently, on the 7th of November, a 4-2 win at the St. Louis Blues. Now, quick update before we get into the matchup that will affect manpower for the Predators. Tommy Novak, Colton Sissons still listed as day-to-day, and that is certainly having an impact on the Nashville Predators, but it goes well beyond not having access to Tommy Novak and Colton Sissons right now. NHL ranks in this particular matchup. The Predators, 2.36 goals per game, is 30th rated in the NHL, 2 spots from last. The Utah Hockey Club, 2.93, is 18th overall. The Predators are giving up 3.57 goals against. That's 27th in the National Hockey League, while the Utah Hockey Club is giving up 3.36 per game. That is 26th in the NHL. Shots for category, shots on goal, 31.8 for the Predators is 6th in the league. For Utah, 26.1 is 28th in the league. That is a incredibly low shot volume in the shots against category. 29.4 against Nashville is 21st in the league. 28.6 against Utah is 15th in the league at this time. Special teams, the Nashville Predators do have the better power play and the better penalty kill, so the Predators are favored in this particular part of the measurement. 20.8% conversion rate on the power play is 13th best in the league. 10 out of 48 is how the raw data shakes down. 16.2% power play conversion rate for Utah is 22nd in the NHL. 6 out of 37 is the raw data for that opportunity right there. Penalty kill unit, the Predators still one of the best in the league. Second best overall, as a matter of fact, 90.2% kill rate. 5 power play goals against on the season. Utah is the 18th rated penalty kill in the league, killing off 79.2%, but they have given up 10 power play goals against on the season. Now, the Utah Hockey Club, formerly the Arizona Coyotes, these names and these players are familiar because they typically find success against the Predators even when they're not such a great team. Keller has routinely found great success against this Predators team in the past. He's got 6 goals and 7 assists for 13 total points on the season to lead Utah. Gunther's at 7 goals and 5 assists for 12 points. Schmaltz, no goals, but 12 assists for 12 total points. Cooley is at 2 and 9 for 11, and Sergachev 2 and 8 for 10 total points. On the Nashville Predators side of things, we're not seeing a lot of movement this week, and wow, it's starting to look rough. Forsberg, 6 goals, 5 assists for 11 points, now falling well off the point-per-game pace that he had maintained really for a season plus now. O'Reilly's at 3 goals and 7 assists for 10 total points. Yossi's at 1 and 7 for 8. Steven Stamkos, 4 goals. That's nice to see, plus 3 assists, 7 points. Nyquist also 4 and 3 for 7. Anticipated goaltender matchup sees Nashville Predators former goaltender Connor Ingram coming back to Bridgestone Arena at 6-2 and 3. Reasonable record right there. A 3.42 goals against average, an 8.80 save percentage. Not so great on those numbers, but that win-loss record, not bad. UC Saros, win-loss record is awful. 3-7-1, 2.85 goals against average, 9.04 save percentage. Those numbers are not that bad, indicative that the goaltender is playing better individually than the team is performing out there as far as results go. So that's got you all set up for the Nashville Predators' next home game against the Utah Hockey Club's first of 3 games this season against Utah. It's going to be interesting to see the new look Utah Hockey Club here. I wish they would get a name already so that I could stop saying it the way it is now currently. I'm not a big fan of leaving the team nameless going into this year, but that was their prerogative, their business decision, and their right to do it. And if they don't ever add a nickname to it, then they want to keep it that way. That's again their right, and frankly, it won't make any difference to me after the season because I won't be covering them. So that's going to do it for the preview here for this game. Let's go. Let's talk about what happened on the second night of back-to-backs in Florida against the Panthers. It's the Reaver Sports full game recap. It's going to be ugly, but we're going to get through it nice and quick, and then we're going to get to the analysis, and we're going to do that quickly as well next on the Reaver Sports on the Renegades of Puck podcast.